Trust your gut, no matter how important it may seem. Today, I'm going to encourage you to trust your intuition. Let's get to it. Hello. You are listening to the Manifest on Purpose show. I am the host, Kimbaley. Thank you so much for trusting your intuition to guide you in here with me today. Thank you for all of the others that you have shared this with. And thank you for subscribing here and on the website at Kimbaley, KIMBALEY.com. And you know how I feel about you. The God in me loves the God in you. Today, we're going to talk about trusting your intuition, why it is so important to you. But before we get into that, let's hear our Astro-Numerology forecast for today, courtesy of Astro-Numerologist LLoyd Strayhorn and the Star 8 mobile numerology app. It is Monday, July the 29th. The sun is in Leo, the moon is in Taurus, later moving into Gemini at 5:28 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a 6 universal month, a 1 universal week, and 8 universal day. Today is about making every penny count. It's not that you have to be miserly, cheap, or stingy. Rather, try not to be wasteful, much less extravagant, if nothing else for the reason there are others here and in other parts of the world that will perhaps, as the saying goes, give an arm and a leg to have what you may just be taking for granted. So in essence, be thankful for what you have and count your blessings. You have a place to rest your head. Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, and those born on the 8th, 17th, and 26th of the month are likely to have a better understanding of what this means more than most. Once again, that is the Astro-Numerology forecast for today, brought to you by Astro-Numerologist LLoyd Strayhorn and the Star 8 mobile numerology app. Don't take my word for it. Go and download it for yourself. Go to Star 8, ASTAR, the number 8.com. Also, go to Google Play, download it there, and go to the App Store. You can also find it on Linktree/numbers and you. I'll just go ahead and tell you up front, there is no way to trust yourself if you don't even know yourself yet. I am asking you to get to know yourself a little bit deeper than you already know. You can do this through knowing your numerical patterns, knowing who you are, your distinct characteristics. We all are different in some way or another. Reach out at Kimbaley, KIMBALEY.com to get one of your numerology reports. You can get your personal report, you can get your yearly forecast, or you can get a compatibility report and one for your business, or you can get all of the above at, once again, Kimbaley, KIMBALEY.com. And if your journey seems a little dark right now, you're unsure about what direction you should be traveling in on your spiritual journey, make sure you contact me. I can help give you guidance during this time. And if you just want to know about your numbers, your numerical frequency, what you can expect in your life according to Astro-Numerology, you can also get a 15-minute reading and or a 30-minute reading And now I'm trusting my intuition to move forward with the show. I have to tell you about my weekend, especially Saturday. It was a beautiful day to step out into the unknown. I got up early, picked out a comfortable casual outfit to wear, set my GPS up with the correct address, and checked the final instructions on the invitation for a friend's birthday dinner. I thought that it would be a lot of fun hanging out with the girls since I don't get out too much these days. After I was sure I was ready, I hopped into the car and began the 45-minute journey. The mood was just right. The music was on point and I had it blasting. The traffic was nice and steady and the wind was blowing through my ponytails. I arrived at the nice restaurant that happened to be located in a shopping mall just on time. I grabbed my friend's birthday card and rushed into the restaurant. She was shocked to see me there. We were seated and more friends arrived. This also happened to be one of my favorite restaurants. We had a lot of fun and the food was delicious. Upon leaving the restaurant, we decided to take a few pictures. I then said my goodbyes. They were all shocked that I was leaving because the plan was for them to spend time checking out the mall. I decided I just wanted to go home. I was asked to join them, and normally I would have to avoid being the party pooper, but my mind was set. For some reason, I was just bent on going home. Not that I was rushing home for any particular reason. It was still early, too. It was round about 4 p.m. when I walked off to my car. I sat in the car for a few minutes and fiddled around for a few minutes before I decided to leave. But I kept feeling like you need to get on the road and get on home. And so that's just what I did. The ride back was a whole lot faster than the ride there. A few hours after I arrived back home, I received a text from my friend. It was a breaking news article that contained a video that took place right in front of the restaurant we were in. Several police officers were at the scene. Just 2 hours after I left, someone opened fire at the same mall and one man was killed. My friend said it happened just moments after she left. This confirms for me that I am divinely protected and guided. I'm not the only one. We all are. It's just a matter of listening and being obedient to the guidance we receive. The higher self, as I believe it to be, is the all-wise and all-knowing part of us. It is the part of us that is connected to the one universal mind, the God mind. It is the God expression within us. If you can transcend the physical experience to tap into the soul of your nature, you can experience the highest part of your nature, which will guide you. According to Dr. Wayne Dyer, intuition is God talking to you. Are you listening? We are all gifted with intuition, but the key is you have to be tapped into the highest part of your nature to bring it into your awareness or to hear the messages that are trying to reach you. These messages are coming to you all the time. You may be too distracted with life to hear or pay attention to yourself. You could also doubt these subtle messages, resulting in you ignoring them. Intuition gives you insight as to what you can't see in the physical reality at the current time. When my friends and I were enjoying our dinner, we had no idea of the energy that was in that area to be played out in just a few hours. My intuition led me to go home without giving reason. Your intuition is also designed to protect. Some people don't trust the intuition because of just that. They don't get a reason why, so it's difficult for them to take that message seriously. Many are blinded by their need for proof, meaning they have to see it in order to believe it, when actually you have to see it in your mind first. In addition, your intuition can also help you open up doors of opportunities. Just a brief example of that. Your intuition could tell you to step up to a person and begin a conversation. You may refuse to do it because you don't know who that person is and you don't feel comfortable stepping up to them. But what if you knew that if you really did step up to that person would be the person that will go on to change your life forever? So when you hear these things coming into you, listen. And the real reason why people say trust your gut, because your gut, your stomach is directly connected to the mind. What is going on in the mind also takes place in what we call the gut. That's why they call it a gut feeling. You may recognize this feeling as bubbles in your tummy or butterflies in your tummy. Really, that could be a sign that your intuition is speaking to you and telling you something that you may need for guidance or protection, or you could need it for an opportunity that is opening up for you. How many of your intentions are there dormant because there were opportunities that came in, and because you did not listen to that still small voice, you missed a window of opportunity and now have to wait until the next one? It pays to pay attention to that still small voice. If you're in a healthy mindset, and you feel led to do something that you ordinarily wouldn't do, or you feel led to do something differently, weigh your options, because it could be your intuition speaking to you. I did question a few times if I should stick around and hang around at the mall with everyone else, but something was just leading me to go home. The subtle message that I got to go home did not make me feel as if something dangerous could happen soon or anything like that. I didn't even feel that the message that I was getting would have any consequences to it. I just trusted my intuition and I went home. Fortunately for my friends and I, we are all divinely guided and protected. Mankind has a tendency to believe that everything that comes from a thought comes from the mind. But the truth about it is that the mind processes the thought. Your thoughts either comes from programming, whether it be in this conscious reality and the environment you're in and the people that you're around. And also the thought comes from the great mind, the one mind of the universe. Some people know that one mind to be God, source, or there's so many names for this energy. Thoughts come from there. And even one of Carl Jung's theories is that some of our thoughts comes from the collective unconscious. This means that once that thought is put into the universe, that thought stays there, whether the person moves on to another existence or not. So when new thought forms come in, it's important for you to process those thoughts that come into you. Where is this thought coming from? Is this something that is programmed in me? Is this something that I'm picking up from my environment? Or is this something that's coming from the God mind? Is this something that's coming from source, my higher self? Analyze those thoughts, and then you can determine how you should move forward then. And speaking of thoughts, there's just one more thing that I want to speak upon about these thoughts that are coming from your higher self. When these thoughts come through, It will not seem rushed. It will not seem panicked. It will not seem fearful. It will not seem like it's something extreme. It is a still, small, subtle voice. And in order to get familiar with this voice, you have to take time alone and begin to listen. That's with no distractions. I started listening simply because I got tired of saying after each experience, I should have listened to my intuition, or my intuition told me that I should have did that. Are you that type of person? Trust your gut, even when it doesn't seem to make sense. I love you to life. This is how you manifest on purpose.